Friday's lesson draws our attention to the judgment, not the investigative judgment, but to the final judgment. Standing there is every single person who has ever lived, and they are divided into two groups. One group will be rewarded with eternal life, and the other with eternal death. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to be in the group that is rewarded with eternal life. So, like the rich young ruler, you might ask, how do I end up in the right group? How do I inherit eternal life? And the answer at the end of time will be very much the same as it was back in the day of the rich young ruler. What did you do to God? Now, you might be thinking, what do you mean? What did I do to God? I've done things for him, but I don't know that I've ever done anything to him. Well, Jesus actually puts it this way in Matthew 25:40. And the king will say, I tell you the truth, when you did it to one of the least of these my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me. Ellen White put it this way in The Desire of Ages. When the nations are gathered before him, there will be but two classes, and their eternal destiny will be determined by what they have done or have neglected to do for him in the person of the poor and the suffering. In other words, anytime you love somebody, help somebody, or take care of somebody, God says, you did that to me. Which means that anytime we ignore somebody, neglect somebody, or hurt somebody, God also says, you did that to me as well. You see, every single human being is created what we call Omego Day, meaning that we're all created in the likeness and image of God. And the Bible is very clear on this point. God doesn't just love us, he is connected to us, so much so that what we do to others, we do to God. So this week we learned that perfection, this idea of being mature and complete, is not so much about keeping the letter of the law, as it goes much deeper than that. True commandment keeping is found in loving people the same way we love ourselves. That if we truly want to be perfect, then we not only look out for our own needs, but we actively seek out those who are less fortunate than we are. To be perfect means that instead of treating them as a nuisance or blaming them for their circumstances or condemning and criticizing them for their situation, we do what Jesus told us to do. We treat them like family. And as we do, God will say, have you seen how perfect they are? Well, that was our lesson for this week. Please take some time this Sabbath to visit your local Sabbath school class and share with them your thoughts regarding what it truly means to be mature and complete. Oh, again, and don't forget to come back next week when Cynthia will share with us her thoughts regarding next week's lesson, Planning for Success. Have a happy Sabbath. God bless. We'll see you next week.